Hello everyone, this is Brittany with slpmaterialgirl.com, here to introduce one of my latest products, Articulation Workbook, the TH sound. This material was created for SLPs working in the school setting, in the schools. It was designed with grades K through 6 in mind, and it was designed for SLPs to use with individuals who have articulation disorders, speech sound disorders, specifically students that have difficulty producing the TH sound in the initial, medial, or final position of words at the sentence level or even during, conversational speech. So you go to slpmaterialgirl.com, you can find this product. I'm here to introduce everything that is included. So let's take a look. Let's look at the flashcards first. So with your purchase, you get 120 printable TH sound flashcards. So you can we'll flip through here to kind of show you what's included. So here's TH initial. We've got TH, in the medial position of words. And final TH, brother, bowl, tablecloth, fourth, breath, etc. I do recommend that when you print these, you print them full page, one-sided and colored if possible. I think these pictures are, beautiful and colorful and impactful, and I think being in color is better. But if that's not an option and you only have a black and white printer, so be it. They'll still do the job. And then also I would recommend either printing them on like cardstock or laminating them to increase their longevity, so you don't have to keep printing these 120 flashcards. Okay. Let's take a look at one of the games that's included in your purchase, Articulation Sorry. So if you've ever played Sorry or Aggravation, this follows those same rules. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned, these are all digital products. Some of them are printable, which I'll mention in this video, but they're all digital. So with Sorry, we've got each board, there's the printed word version, and then there's the picture version. If it's a child who, is under probably third grade, maybe second grade, I would definitely, third grade. Maybe even third grade I would do it. No, I think even third grade I'd do the pictures with them. Just so after they learn the terms, you don't have to model it every time with thumb, throw, thirsty, thank you, throat. You might have to the first time to tell them what these pictures stand for, but after that, they'll have an easier time doing it themselves. So you roll the die or the dice, roll a 1 or a 6 to leave home. Rolling that 1 or 6 will get you an extra turn. If you roll 4, you move backwards. So let's say we rolled the die, we get the piece out. You get to roll again because you rolled a 1 or a 6 to get out. And you can, so this is all based on your clinical expertise. Do you want them to say each word multiple times? Do you want them to say it once? So let's say we rolled a 5. We could say thumb, throw, thirsty, thank you, throat. Or we could do thumb, 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 throw, 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 thirsty, 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 thank you, thank you, thank you, throat, throat, throat. That's a whole lot of trials. Or, if they're doing it at the sentence level, whatever one they land on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a sore throat, so then they just did it once. The object of the game is to go around and get all 4 pieces home, or, at the end. Once you fill up this little box at the end, you are the winner. You can use a digital die, or you can just use a real die in real life. That's up to you. But we've got TH initial, let's see, initial, medial, final, and final. And that's it for Sorry. Okay. We've also got Articulation Caribou is available in this our workbook. I actually sell this product as of right now. I sell it separately. So if you are just interested in Articulation Caribou, that's also for sale on slpmaterialgirl.com. This game's pretty valuable. If you've played, owned, or seen people play the physical version of this game, it's a lot of fun. But I'm just going to show you. We're going to hit slideshow from current slide. And we've got all the pieces here that you take turns. Ooh, that was lucky. To find all 5 balls. So let's say one student says thick, thick, thick. Oh, we found another ball. This is lucky. Alright, so that student found a ball. How about, and then I say as the SLP, Thursday, Thursday, Thursday. No ball. Well, the student says Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving. Okay, no ball. Or you could do it at the sentence level. I think I got that question right. I don't know. You know, I pricked my thumb. I have 3 kittens. So are you doing it at the word or sentence level? Okay, so let's find the last 2 balls. There they are. Once all 5 balls are found, we're ready to declare the winner. You can make the winner of the game whoever found the most balls or whoever found the last ball. Depends, you know, if you're having the kid say it, you know, 3 to 5 times to get all those trials in, you might not want to, on top of that, keep track of who found what balls. And in that case, you can just say whoever found the last ball wins the game, or whoever found the most. It's up to you. So you click the treasure box to reveal the fabulous prize. So Caribou's a hoot. If you've ever played, this is a nice, clean digital version. Each of the game boards has randomly assorted balls, so, you know, when you play, you know, the next game, the child won't be able to guess where the ball is based on the previous slide. So we've got TH initial, medial, final, and that's it. Okay, so that was Articulation Caribou. Now let's take a look at checkers. I would probably play this with your older students, like not kindergarten. I've played this with a 3rd grader and it was really successful. But it just depends on the student. You have to use your clinical expertise for that. But with Articulation Checkers, we did cats versus dogs. I have a fun little meme here. Your defeat is certain. Ha, we'll see, cat. Go to the checkered board. They're similar to Sorry. We've got the word and then we've got the picture. I actually like the word version if the student can read, just because it's a little cleaner. I feel like this is a lot going on, but it's not bad, you know. Standard checkers rules, you know. I usually try to make the student read so they can keep themselves spatially oriented. So let's say they want to do third, third, third. Okay, I'll do throat, throat, throat. Oh, they're going to jump me. Papa. Now my my blue piece goes into the dog pound. Now I can jump them with thud, thud, thud. So you see how it goes. You get a piece across the board and you are kinged. Kings can move forward and backward. I suggest labeling who's player 1 and who's player 2. So let's say player 2 is, you know, me. So I'll put Mrs. Varner. And then let's say player 1 is my student, let's say Ashley. The reason you want to do this, you're going to be taking data, you're going to try to, you're going to be trying to control behaviors of the student. You're going to be doing a lot during this game. And the last thing you want to worry about is these pieces are all over the board. Red is up here, blue is up, down there. It's all mixed up and you're like, what color was I? So instead of dealing with that confusion, you can look at this arrow. Oh, I am, as the teacher, I'm blue and I'm heading this way. Ashley's red and she's heading this way. Unless it's a kinged piece, then it can do whatever and go wherever. Anyway, standard rules of checkers. You've got the initial, the medial, and the final board. So here's the final position. This does have some printable slides. Slides 11 through 17, or yeah, 11 through 17 are intended for printing. You can just print these boards and use real plastic chips, real plastic chess pieces, or you can use these little paper cutout ones, but I feel like these would be pretty flimsy. I would definitely laminate this or print it on thicker, nicer paper so it can be used again, because this is a lot of black ink. When you print, you want to do full page slides, so File, Print, and I have it already set to full page slide just so it's as large as possible. Don't have to necessarily print in color on this, I'd say. Alright, so that's Articulation Checkers. Now we've got Chinese Checkers. So I have these cards up here. I have the card version, and then I have the picture version. On this version, though, you would have to know that, like, this means thirsty, this means thank you, this is throw, this is throat, thin, thick, etc. So until you are very familiar with these flashcards down here, you know what means what, I probably wouldn't play the picture version of Chinese Checkers, because you yourself might, you know, run into one that, like, some of these are kind of abstract, like them and that and another. I use some words that are hard to represent with pictures, so you're going to want to know what those are. I think for with I put 2 sheep because they're with each other. I don't know. Most of them are pretty good and intuitive, but with was funny. I had no idea how to represent with. I could have just labeled it as like a sight word, but I decided to put 2 sheep to have a picture with it. Okay, so with Chinese checkers, you assign, you know, who's going to be who. So blue, that might be, you know, Mrs. Varner. And then let's say the student has to be the opposing color, so they're orange, so I'll put Ashley again. Okay, so Ashley and I put this here so we can remember who's who, especially if you're going to play with multiple players. We might also be playing with, I don't know, Doug. Do people still name their kids Doug? I haven't met a Doug in a while. Doug's a great name, by the way. Sarah. Okay. So now we know who's who. This little tip in the right-hand corner, only move objects with the 4-pointed cursor and Control Z to undo action. So let's say, you know, we're playing this game, all hunky-dory, everybody's doing good, and then I go to move a piece and I accidentally move the whole board. Well, to undo that, you just hit Control Z on your keyboard, and it will undo what you've done, so that you know, you can clean up any messes you made. Like if you accidentally move this board and you're trying to exactly line it up, where was it? I mean, that's really cumbersome and, you know, time consuming, and the student will kind of, you know, the magic will be gone because you're trying to fight with the forces of computer evil. So Control Z, that'll get your pieces where they need to be. So what do you want to do? You know, Mrs. I guess, you know, Ashley goes first. So she's going to say theirs, theirs, theirs. Nice job, Ashley. What do you want to move? I want to do J to 74. Okay, and then, I don't know, I think you probably go clockwise, but maybe you don't. But let's do Sarah next. Sarah has there, there, there. Okay, nice there, Sarah. So she's going to do G to 104. Then no play 5, Mrs. Varner. Theme park, theme park, theme park. Nice job, Mrs. Varner. And the SLP, they're modeling, they're, you know, correcting the student, you know, giving corrective feedback, using their clinical expertise. The point of this is not to provide, you know, intervention. This is to provide to other SLPs to use this tool to then, you know, have a fun thing to do while they're providing intervention. This is not, you know, therapy in itself. This is a game, use to target these, you know, these vetted words, but you need the clinician there to make the process therapeutic. But anyway, you're playing Chinese checkers, pretty standard. Medial, final, it's labeled in the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see. Mixed, so with the mixed one, you could just take one from each, maybe store them over here because you really don't have room. So they have to do an initial, a medial, a final. An initial, a medial, a final, whatever you want to do. Then at the very bottom, you'll see this board's a little busy. You see we have the H's and the numbers. If you have a student that can move the pieces themselves, you don't need those letters here. You can just pass them the mouse and they move their own piece, then you move your own piece, then they move their own piece. In that case, you don't need as many like labelings and numbers and stuff because the child is responsible enough to work the mouse themselves. So that's why these are actually, after this little good game slide, these are the same as all the above slides. They just don't have the letters on the game pieces. See that? No letters. Okay, so that's Chinese checkers. We've got an I Spy and a scavenger hunt game. These instructions are real convoluted. What I'm saying here basically is make a duplicate slide before playing. And honestly, this should be on every PowerPoint. And what I mean is, so here is the scavenger hunt. Before you start messing with this, you're going to right click it and hit duplicate slide. Or you want to copy it and open it up on another PowerPoint. The reason you want to do that is I'm going to be clicking around. I might even be moving things like, oh, is anything behind here? No. And I don't want to mess up my original. I want to keep this clean and nice so I can use it again and again. So when I'm all done playing right here, I can right click and delete this duplicate slide without messing up my master slide. Another thing I put, Control Z is your best friend. So let's say you move something you didn't want to, you hit that and you can backspace it. Also, I recommend you zooming to about 85 if possible. So right here, you see this zoom. You want to get it to around 85, just so this picture is nice and large. You don't want it bigger than 85 because then it'll go off your screen. But you want it large so the student can actually see the pictures. So we've got the scavenger hunt and we've also got I Spy. So, you know, I spy something yellow. Is it the emoji that's thirsty? No. Is it the thing? No. Is it the emoji who's thinking? No. Is it the ball that they're throwing? Yes. So, you know, you get the idea. You've played I Spy. Now we have, we did the TH flashcards. Let's do Tic Tac Toe and the Dice Bucket game. So this has a digital version and it also has a printer friendly version. These first couple slides are the, you know, you play it on the computer here. But it's just Tic Tac Toe. So let's do the first one. I'm going to say thirsty, thirsty, thirsty. And then player 2 says throat, throat, throat. Player 1, thumb, thumb, thumb. I'm going to say 3, 3, 3. Theater, theater, theater. Oh boy. I think I'm going to have a tie with myself. Okay, so you get the idea. It's Tic Tac Toe. Funny little thing, you can do the triangle trick. Let me give you my Tic Tac Toe mastery trick. Okay, so if you can get the middle spot, you're almost guaranteed to win Tic Tac Toe. So you do thirsty, thirsty, thirsty. They do throat, throat, throat. So you do, let me think how to do this. Do I forget? I'm forgetting the triangle trick. This is so funny. So I do 3, 3, 3. They do thumb, thumb, thumb. Oh boy, I forgot the triangle trick. Boy, I'm making a mess of this. Anyway, the point of it is, Control Z. I'm so sorry, guys. It's only 9:43 at night, but apparently this is too late for me. Okay, so this person gets thirsty, thirsty, thirsty. They play theater, theater, theater. You do throat, throat, throat. Oh, I better stop them. They do thick, thick, thick. So then you do thumb, thumb, thumb. Here's the triangle right here. So here's why it's a trick. You have two ways to win. You can either win with thank you or three, so they can't stop them both. So they'll hit, they might do thank you, thank you, thank you, and then haha, you've won. Boy, I'm so sorry. That was awful, awful silly. I hope that people fast forwarded that. Okay, so those are the online versions. You've got initial, medial, and final TH again. Then slides 7 through 17 are printable. I recommend full page slides in color if possible. Laminate them. Use real chips if you have them. If not, you can go ahead and print the X's and O's. It's nice if you laminate them or if you insert them into like one of those dry erase sleeves. You can use them over and over again with your dry erase markers, for years to come. These sleeves are really nice. Here's the printable X's and O's, but I recommend using dry erase on a laminated piece or in a dry erase sleeve. You can get these off Amazon, I'm pretty sure. But you can print these. Here they are. The only thing that's missing is you see it doesn't have those pieces because why waste all that color? And here's the dice bucket color game. There's not a digital version of this because this is fun to actually color. You're saying therapy, therapy, therapy. Well, I rolled a 3. Throw, throw, throw. And then the student rolls a 5. Theater, theater, theater. So you're coloring it in, and you're seeing who colors the most buckets by the end. The way that works is, let's say row 1 fills up, or column 1, I guess it would be. Column 1 fills up. Well, I then roll a 1. Well, they're all colored in, so now it's the other person's turn. They get an extra bucket on me. We've got initial, medial, final. All right. Last thing to go over really quick, I hope you guys are still with me, is the rewards game. This comes with all of the Articulation Workbook. There's a game of Tic Tac Toe. There's a game of Connect 4. If you want to, reward the student, you can say, we will play, Connect 4 last 2 minutes of the session if we get all our trials in or something. I don't know. I was always I always bribe students to work hard. So with Connect 4, this digital version, I labeled I guess they'd be columns. So let's say the student says, well, I want to put my red piece in column 1. Well, I'm going to put this in 6. Well, I want to put my red piece in column 5. It might be row. I'm pretty sure it's column. I'll put mine in 7. Well, I want to put it in row 4, column 4. I've got to stop you before you get Connect 4. So anyway, you get it as Connect 4. You want to get 4 in a row. Also some original games. Banana Bonanza. This one's fun. You go around the board collecting the bananas, putting them in your, whatever you land on, you put them in your basket. You roll the die. He's blue, so it'd go in the blue basket. These bananas would. Race to the bath. The little puppies race to the bath. Just a reward game. And if you have your flashcards, you can always use your flashcards during this. Let's say this little dirty pup rolls a 5. Well, he has to say the word think 5 times. Think, 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 think. You get the idea. These don't just have to be reward. These could also just be part of the therapy session. We've got picnic adventures, same thing. This is definitely less of a reward game than an actual game you'd want to do during the session because there's so many spaces. There's no way you could finish this game quickly. And then picnic, this bird game is kind of a rip-off of Banana Bonanza. I copyrighted myself. Or whatever. You collect worms to go in your basket, your blue and your red basket. Well, all right. This has been fun. I think we have everything. Tic Tac Toe, flashcards, reward games, I Spy, Chinese Checkers, Articulation Checkers, Caribou, and Sorry, and all of that is included in the Articulation Workbook purchase. If you like what you saw today, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Check out slpmaterialgirl.com. Thanks for bearing with me, and you guys have a great night. Thanks. Bye-bye.